All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and our home team. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 57 to Mike. Watch the run.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll run with Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Peterson. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Slam. Check 99. Check 99. Alert. Watch twist. Blue draw Corker.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Hey, zoom.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
55, Mike, guys, 55.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
On third down, Rosen. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
What we got? What we got? What we got? On them, on them. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Hey, wahoo! Watch the pass.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Rosen, flush to his right. He'll run it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mike. 6 man. 80. Check curls, check curls.
Now Gordon on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll throw it with Rosen. That's complete. It's Gordon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Rosen will throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 17 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Line 54. All day, baby. All day. Hey, alert.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
Hey.
6-0 our score after 1.
Hey, nut. 180. 57. Here it comes.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
57's the mic.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Looking left side, and it's complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run it here with Gordon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, it's Rosen. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Mike, 57. Five. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the run. They're running it.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Gordon, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Chargers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here we go. 47.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
40. Here we go. Check. 3 buck. 46.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to.
Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Third and long here for Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. On 1st down, Elliott. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Prescott down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Coming out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, as the 1st half is winding down, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set, right.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the screen. Watch the check your hot read.
Hey, motion backfield, motion backfield.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is under a heavy rush, and down he goes?
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Let's get off the field, D. Monday. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
To try again after the sack. Rosen, he's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57. Mike 57.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
Smooth. 57 to Mike.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
36.
Tight dog.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Ryan Anderson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Sam Martin now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I'm going to hit
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, switch gears.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by him.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46.
Now Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here we go, 47. 46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
And 10 at their 49-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. 47.
Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, Steve. Here I come.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. Complete. It's Henry. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
57.
To throw is Rosen. Going deep here for Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rosen to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going on fourth down. Rosen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Here we go. Go right in. 44. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On second and 10, Rosen. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Second and 6 at the Chargers' 37-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm here all day. Check safety, check safety.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
50 seconds to mine.
It's coming this way, coming this way.
Hug.
Here we go.
Protein spill. Switch it.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Rosen. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen, he's going to let it fly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they're able to corral them right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Rosen looking to throw. Incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. 3rd down here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Check.
Hug. Watch the ship.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
On the default. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Again, it's Rosen. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think